Hi, Christina. Hi, how are you? Good? Oh, now you can hear me. I'm sorry, I wasn't, is that too loud? Not enough? Okay, closer's better. What I do is I take good-for-you ingredients, and I take your recipes, and I transpose your recipes into a good-for-you meal. Anytime you create digestive stress from a food, it creates acidity. And acidity in the body is what breeds harmful bacteria. And so you want to avoid foods or ingredients or spices that can cause acidity. You can go to Trader Joe's and they do have an organic pomegranate juice, but it is from concentrate. You can go to the farmer's market and you can get an unpasteurized pomegranate juice and do a taste test. It is amazing, the difference that you can taste the difference, you will feel the difference, your body absorbs the enzymes. It's an amazing thing. Excellent question. The question is about canola oil and why it's so prevalent. The reason it's so prevalent is because it's very, very inexpensive to produce. It got a lot of media saying that it was good for you, and so then everybody jumps on the bandwagon, puts it in their products, and it's just not the best choice. What you want to do is look for an oil that is natural. Safflower comes from safflowers. Sunflower oil comes from sunflowers. Canola oil comes from something called a rapeseed, which is a hybridized seed. And what happens when you hybridize something, you've actually genetically modified it. When you consume a product that's been genetically modified, you actually genetically modify yourself. Cooking with olive oil is not the best choice. Olive oil is extremely, extremely beneficial, highly enzymatic, not the best oil for cooking. You want to use a high smoke point oil. So that would be an example like safflower, what I was just discussing. But olive oil itself, excellent in its raw state, so that you can benefit from it. Yes? Real salt is exceptional because it comes from a dead sea, which means it was a sea millions of years ago when the earth was pristine. We mine it. It comes from Redmond, Utah. It's mined out of the sea. Okay, excellent. And then what happens, there we go. It's mined out of the sea and it's not heat processed in any way. It's completely intact. What happens is when salts are heat processed, to you? I'm sorry. So the question was about real salt and what makes it different. Real salt is actually not only from a dead sea, but it is one of the salts that contains 25, I think I'm better when I'm walking around. What happens when we take regular table salt, it's actually a salt that has been refined, and that means it's been denatured, it's been heat processed, and then it's been bleached. This kind of salt is the salt that it actually can cause inflammation, it can cause toxins to build up in the body, it can exacerbate high blood pressure, and this is the salt you want to avoid if you have problems. So thank you for that question, Tricia. Anybody else? Yes. The first misnomer about fat is that all fat is bad. Fat is actually a source of cholesterol, and then another misnomer is that cholesterol is bad. Without cholesterol, you actually starve the brain of a lot of the nutrients that it needs to function properly. And literally, non-fat, low-fat diets are what are contributing to the cause of Alzheimer's and low brain function, ADD, and all of those things. Thank you.